Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Seva Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhakti Bhagavati Naishtiki. So continuing with the discussion on Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 3, The Lord's Pastimes out of Vrindavan. Text number 3. It's funny, it's 333 today. So Uddhavji is further speaking to Vidurji. Samahuta Bhishmak Kanyaya Ye Shriya Savarnen Babhushi Yasham Gandharva Vritya Mishitam Sabhagam Jahapadam Mordhani Dadat Suparnaha. Attracted by the beauty and fortune of Rukmini, the daughter of King Bhishmak, many great princes and kings assembled to marry her. But Lord Krishna, stepping over the other hopeful candidates, carried her away as his own share, as Garuda carried away nectar. Princess Rukmini, the daughter of King Bhishmak, was actually as attractive as fortune itself because she was as valuable as gold, both in color and in value. Since the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi, is a property of the Supreme Lord, Rukmini was actually meant for Lord Krishna. But Shishupal was selected as a bridegroom by Rukmini's elder brother, although King Bhishmak wanted his daughter to be married to Krishna. Rukmini invited Krishna to take her away from the clutches of Shishupal. So when the bridegroom Shishupal came there with his party with the desire to marry Rukmini, Krishna all of a sudden swept her from the scene, stepping over the heads of all the princes there, just as Garuda carried away nectar from the hands of the demons. This incident will be clearly explained in the 10th canto. So in 10th canto, obviously this will be more explained in more details. But Princess Rukmini, although she is the goddess of fortune, and she's a prime queen of Dwarka afterwards, but and like Prabhupada said, because she is the goddess of fortune. Obviously, she cannot marry anybody else except the Supreme Lord. So, but this whole Leela was arranged, first of all, for Krishna's pleasure, and to again then Krishna's purpose of coming to kill the demons, to annihilate the demons. And the demons are the ones who want to take Krishna's property, Krishna's devotees away from Krishna, or they want to trouble Krishna's devotees. They want to do everything against Krishna's devotees. And that's when Krishna does not tolerate, and he basically annihilates them, kills them. So like Prabhupada wrote here, Bhishmak has many sons, and the eldest son was Rukmini. And his daughter, beautiful daughter, was Rukmini. Narad Muni, our great universal spiritual master, would visit the palace of Bhishmak. And he would tell about the beauty and about the heroism and the pastimes of Krishna to Rukmini. So just by hearing those pastimes and hearing the qualities of Krishna, Rukmini got attracted to Krishna, so much so that she said, I will only marry Krishna. So when her marriage was arranged with Shishupal by Rukmini's elder brother, Rukmi, because Rukmi used to think that Krishna is a cowherd boy, he's a yadav. He's not fit to be given up daughter to, given a sister to marriage in terms of marriage. And moreover, he was friendly with Shishupal and Jarasandha, all these demons like birds of the same feather flock together. So he always used to think if Rukmini marries Shishupal, then we'll have nice political and military alliance, and then nobody would be able to defeat us. But Krishna appeared there. Rukmini had sent one Brahmin to Dwarka with a letter, and that's a beautiful letter written by her. When we come to 10th canto, we'll read that. And basically, it meant was, "Oh, Krishna, if you're not going to come and take me away, uh, I'll commit suicide. I'll not marry anybody else. So you have to come and protect me." So it is said that Krishna started from Dwarka, although from Dwarka to Vidarbha. Vidarbha is like Nagpur area, that Nasik area, that area. So it is quite far, but Krishna and Daruka prepared the chariot and the four horses that Krishna has, and they just covered the whole distance in one night. Balramji, he heard Krishna has gone alone, so Balramji brought the whole Yadav army, but it took him time. So Krishna, when he came to this place, Vidarbha, he um, Rukmini had sent in the letter because she is from this kingly family, political family, so she knew that if Krishna would come inside the palace, and normally the princesses would stay really in the inner chambers of the palace, and she was like, if Krishna comes here and he tries to kidnap me, then there'll be too much of bloodshed. Too many people will get killed unnecessarily. So she had given the message to Krishna that please come at the temple of Ma Durga, actually Bhavani, and you come over there, you meet me because I'll go there for puja, and then you kidnap me. Krishna said, okay. So Krishna went there and he saw Rukmini, Rukmini saw Krishna, and without any hesitation, obviously she had always accepted Krishna as her husband. She just got on the chariot and Krishna left. Just like Prabhupada is writing here, as Garuda carried away nectar from the hands of the demons. So once Garudaji had to carry the nectar from the hands of demons, and demons had the nectar, and Garudaji just swooped down and they picked up the nectar part, and he flew away. And all the demons were just looking what happened here. So similarly, Krishna, he took away Rukmini, and all the demons like Shishupal, Rukmini, Jarasandha, and so many of their best friends, they were looking what happened here. And then all these demons, they attacked Krishna. They followed Krishna and then they attacked him. But meanwhile, Balramji came with the Yadav army. So he took care of all the armies. But Rukmi kept on following Krishna. And there was a fight between Rukmi and Krishna. Obviously, Krishna defeated Rukmi, and he was about to kill Rukmi. But Balramji came in. Balramji said, Krishna, what are you doing? He's your brother-in-law. He's Rukmini's brother. And you're about to marry Rukmini. How can you kill her brother right in front of her? This is not right. So Krishna, what he did was he shaved off the head of Rukmi and he left one shikha. So that actually the shaving of head and leaving the shikha means I'm a servant. Of course, when we take initiation or when we shave off our head, it means I'm a servant of Krishna or a guru. But in case of Rukmi, obviously it meant he's a servant of Krishna because Krishna had defeated him. So anyway, Rukmi, after that, because he is a Kshatriya and this was big insult for him, he took a vow. So Krishna left with Rukmini to Dwarka and Balramji went with them. And Rukmi took a vow that until I defeat Krishna and avenge my defeat, I will not enter my kingdom. So he alone, he went ahead and he defeated other king and he took over his kingdom, but he never went back to his kingdom, his father's kingdom. But many other pastimes happened. And actually, Rukmi's daughter, further on, Rukmi got married to another princess. So Rukmi's daughter got married to Krishna's son. Some people will ask, well, how is it possible? Because Rukmi and Rukmini, they're brother and sister, how come their kids are marrying each other? But what actually happens is when the girl gets married to another man, her gotra changes. So marriage does not happen between the same gotra. But if they are from different gotras, then the marriage can happen. So this is how they were married. Uh, well, another funny thing that happened in that marriage. So Rukmi, Shishupal, uh, if I'm not wrong, I believe Jarasandha was already dead. He was killed by Bhima. So Rukmi, Shishupal, and other their demon friends were there because now it's a marriage time. Both the families are getting together, and the boy and girl are gonna get married. So Rukmi and other Shishupal and other friends, they knew they cannot defeat Krishna. Krishna is too smart. But they thought, let us take revenge from Balramji by insulting him. So Balramji always is posed as a simple man, very powerful, very strong, but simple, not as sharp as Krishna. So the game of they lay down a game of dice, and it is said that just like Maharaj Yudhishthira got caught in that game of dice, it is said that a Kshatriya cannot say no to war or dice, game of dice, gambling. So Balramji sat down, or say they actually they incited Balramji, and Balramji sat down to play. And Rukmi on other one hand and Balramji on the other, and they were playing. And then the wager was put, maybe I don't know, 10,000 gold coins, and the dice was thrown. And actually, Balramji had won that round, but all the friends of Rukmi, they started saying, no, 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 Rukmi won, Rukmi won, Rukmi won. And he took the wager. Balramji was very angry, but he knew these guys are cheating, but he could not prove that. Then again, next wager, more money, and again Balramji rolled the dice, and Rukmi rolled the dice, and again Balramji won, but all these kings who were on the side of Rukmi, they said, no, 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 Rukmi won, Rukmi won, Rukmi won. How can you say Balramji won? So again, Rukmi took all the money. Again, the dice is rolled. Now, Balramji was really, really angry. He said, what is this nonsense going on? So Balramji was really angry. And again, the wager was for much bigger wager. Okay, and Balramji rolled the dice, Rukmi rolled the dice, and Balramji had won. But again, the king started shouting, no, Rukmi won, Rukmi won, Rukmi won. And Balramji was very angry. And then there was a sound from the sky, Akashvani. All the demigods were also watching, because when Balramji is playing, of course, demigods have to watch. And demigod said, no, 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 Balramji won this time. So what all these kings, they were saying, no, Rukmi won. So Balramji finally, he took out his gada and he just, with one shot, he killed Rukmi. He just hit Gada on his head and he killed Rukmi. And then one king was laughing. I'm not making it up. It's in the Krishna book, Bhagavatam. One king was laughing and he was showing his teeth to Balramji while laughing and making fun of Balramji. Balramji hit with his fist, hit his mouth, and he broke all his teeth. And similarly, other kings were killed, and then the whole game was over. But this is what happens when you insult the Supreme Personality of God. They try to cheat him. How can you win? And what will you win anyway? But anyway, then the ceremony went on, and Krishna's son got married to Rukmini's daughter, and then everything went peacefully. But the point was, Rukmini forgot that it was Balramji who saved his life from Krishna's hands to begin with. He should have been grateful to Balram. He should have been thankful to Balramji. But he was making fun of him. He was cheating him. And then he lost his life. He completely lost it. Shishupal was killed later on by Krishna. Yeah, he was killed later on. So that's in the Rajasuya Yajna of Yudhishthira Maharaj. But all these demons, how they try to insult, how they try to offend the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and in the process, they all lose their lives and everything else. All the opulence is gone, life is gone, reputation is gone, everything is gone. And the devotees, on the other hand, if they do a little service, little, very little service to Krishna, and Krishna never forgets, and he is always there to protect, to take care of his devotees. So to become a devotee of Krishna is very safe and very fulfilling experience. But the demons, they can never understand that. Text number 4. Kakudbhino vidhannaso damitva swayamvare nagna jitim uvaha tadbhagna mananapi gridhyato agya jagre akshataha shastrabhrita swashastraha. By subduing 7 bulls whose noses were not pierced, the Lord achieved the hand of Princess Nagnajiti in the open competition to select her bridegroom. Although the Lord was victorious, his competitors asked the hand of the princess, and thus there was a fight. Well equipped with weapons, the Lord killed or wounded all of them, but he was not hurt himself. So Krishna had 16,108 queens in Dwarka. Out of all these, 8 queens were more special. 16,100 were the princesses that he freed from after killing Bhaumasur, and he married all of them. But the rest 8 were more special. So first was Rukmini, second was this Nagnajiti. And the condition of her swayamvar was her father had 7 very powerful, huge, gigantic bulls. And the condition was anybody who can put a rope through their nose, or the bull's nose, means putting a rope through the bull's nose means to subdue the bulls. That person would be fit to marry my daughter. So no other prince could do that. So many kings came, so many princes came, but nobody could do that. But when Krishna came, he very easily he did that. Of course, in front of Krishna, what are the bulls going to do? So he won the hand of Princess Nagnajiti. But the other princes or the kings who had come there, because they're all like puppets in the hands of lust. So seeing a beautiful princess like Nagnajiti and the property and the opulence of her father, they all get attracted by that. So they attacked. They all got together and attacked Krishna. They said, no, you cannot take Nagnajiti away like that. And Krishna also picked up his weapon and he killed them or wounded them, all of them. And then Krishna came back to Dwarka. So this is the mood of a demon. He does not want to offer anything and everything to Krishna. A devotee, on the other hand, he doesn't want anything for himself. He wants to offer everything to Krishna. And when we offer everything to Krishna, for Krishna's pleasure, for Krishna's service, Krishna gets so much indebted that he wants to serve that devotee. Like we heard the story of Sudama and Kolavichashvita and others, so many, millions and millions of devotees are there. But the demons, they think of only short-term goal. Now, I want to enjoy this now. In the process, if they offend Krishna or if they try to steal Krishna's property, they get killed. Or in the process, what happens, they also sometimes offend Krishna's devotees. They think devotees are some meek people, they have no power, no strength, so we can do whatever we want. It is said that if somebody steals a Brahman's property, or even if he causes that Brahman to weep, to cry, because he stole his property, I'm forgetting, but I don't know how many lifetimes he has to suffer in hell for that. So what to speak of a devotee's property, a Vaishnava's property? Krishna can never forget or forgive that person. So ultimately that person has to take shelter of a devotee to get rid of that offense or the reactions of that offense or the sinful activity he has done. Because Krishna himself never forgets or forgives that person. In Bhagavatam only it is mentioned that it is that just like a person, if he is walking bare feet on a hot road under a hot sun, maybe it's in the month of June, and he's walking bare feet on a hot road. So it is said he would be able to tolerate the sun rays on his head, but won't be able to tolerate the sun heat at his feet. So similarly, Krishna, he can tolerate the insults and offenses committed towards him at his head, but not at his lotus feet, where all the devotees are sitting there holding on to his lotus feet, taking shelter of his lotus feet. So he never forgets or forgives a person who has committed offenses against a devotee, who has made the devotee cry out of helplessness. So whatever we do, never ever commit offense against a devotee. Never let him cry. Otherwise, the person is ruined, completely ruined. Text 5. Priyam Prabhur Gramya Ivu Priyaya Vedat Surashat Dyutarum Yadarte Vajyadravatam Sagano Rushantha Kridam Rigo Nunam Ayam Vadunam. Just to please his dear wife, the Lord brought back the Parijat tree from heaven, just as an ordinary husband would do. But Indra, the king of heaven, induced by his wives, henpecked as he was, ran after the Lord with full force to fight him. So again, beautiful incident. So what had happened was, once Narad Muni visited Dwarka, and Krishna was in the garden with his two queens, Rukmini and Satyabhama. Now Narad Muni, as Narad Muni is, he came to Dwarka and he had this Parijat flower he had brought from heaven with him. So both the queens, they saw Narad Muni is coming and they both got up, they welcomed Narad Muni. And Krishna was telling, don't talk to him. He will create trouble. Don't talk to him. Just serve him, but don't ask him anything. Don't talk to him. But queens, being the ladies, they're very simple-hearted. So they served Narad Muni, and Narad Muni was smiling, and Krishna knew there's going to be some trouble. So Narad Muni said, well, I have only one Parijat flower, and it's so special. He was glorifying Parijat flower. It's from heaven. He said, but you are two. So he said, I would I'll just give it to Dwarkadhish, Krishna, and let him decide. Let him give it to his favorite queen. And he gave the Parijat flower to Krishna. Now both the queens are there, and they were looking at Krishna's face. Now Krishna was in a big dilemma now what to do. Narad Muni had put him in such a situation, at such a spot. So Krishna thought for a while, and he gave that Parijat flower. He said, Rukmini is elder, and but Narad Muni's question was, let him give it. Let him give it to the queen who's most dear to Krishna. So he gave that Parijat flower to Rukmini. Now Satyabhama. Satyabhama is a right-wing woman, right-wing queen. Means she gets angry, then she really gets angry. So she told Krishna that you gave Parijat flower to Rukmini. You have to get me the whole Parijat tree. Then I'll be satisfied. And what to do? So here in the Purport Prabhupada writes, the Lord once went to the heavenly planet to present an earring to Aditi, and this he went after killing Bhaumasura. Bhaumasura had stolen the earrings and the umbrella, earring of Aditi and umbrella of Indra, and the mother of demigods, and his wife Satyabhama also went with him. So Satyabhama went with him. There is a special flowering tree called the Parijat, which grows only in the heavenly planets, and Satyabhama wanted this tree. Just to please his wife, like an ordinary husband, the Lord brought back the tree, and this enraged Vajri or Indra, or the controller of the thunderbolt. So Indra was saying, okay, you brought the earrings back, that's good. You brought our umbrella back, that's good. But why in the world are you taking Parijat tree to the earth? Parijat tree belongs to heaven, doesn't belong to earth. Of course, he forgot that Krishna's Dwarka is not earth. It's the heavenly, it's a spiritual planet. But Indra was saying like that. And Indra's wives inspired him to run after the Lord to fight. And Indra, because he was a henpecked husband and also a fool, listened to them and dared to fight with Krishna. He was a fool on this occasion because he forgot that everything belongs to the Lord. Okay, Prabhupada here is calling Indra as henpecked husband, but Krishna himself was acting as a henpecked husband. He was acting on behalf of Satyabhama. Satyabhama was saying, I want this, and Krishna, yes, my dear, I'll get you that Parijat tree. And Indra was trying to save that Parijat tree. And then there was a big fight between two. And of course, Krishna was going to win. And Krishna won. And he brought the Parijat tree. Okay, there was no fault on the part of the Lord, even though he took away the tree from the heavenly kingdom. But because Indra was henpecked, dominated by his beautiful wives like Shachi, he became a fool, just as all persons who are dominated by their wives are generally foolish. So all the ladies out there in the class, or anybody who would listen to this, please don't dominate your husbands. Otherwise he'll be considered a fool, not a very smart person. Of course, we are not saying the husband should dominate or take advantage of their wives. That's not the point. So anyway, I don't want to get into Grihastha ashram seminar. Indra thought that Krishna was a henpecked husband who only by the will of his wife Satyabhama took away the property of heaven. And therefore he thought that Krishna could be punished. So Indra is thinking Krishna is henpecked and Krishna is thinking Indra is henpecked. He forgot that the Lord is a proprietor of everything and cannot be henpecked. The Lord is fully independent, and by his will only he can have hundreds and thousands of wives like Satyabhama. He was not therefore attached to Satyabhama because she was a beautiful wife. He was pleased with her devotional service and thus wanted to reciprocate the unalloyed devotion of his devotee. So the Lord acted like a henpecked husband, but he is completely independent. He wasn't controlled or dominated by Satyabhama. And of course, he loved to have that reciprocations with Satyabhama, because that would increase her love for him. But anyway, another beautiful pastime. So just to remind, and Indra, like before that, when Krishna was in Braj, he understood Krishna's position when he did this Govardhan Leela. But now he's in Dwarka and forgot that Krishna had done that Leela and he had defeated Indra. But also Krishna uses his devotees like Indra. Indra is a great devotee of the Lord, and he uses his devotees to set some examples. So anyway, I think I got over time, so I'll stop here. See anybody has any questions or comments.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Just a small question. Prabhuji, when you say get this, Rukmani is Bhishma
Bhishmak.
daughter.
Bhishmak's
is
daughter.
different from Bhishma Pitama.
No.
Same.
No.
Hmm.
Bhishma Pitama is a brahmachari. He never got married. It is Bhishmak. Bhishmak, not Bhishma.
It's different person and similar.
All completely different person.
Okay.
Completely different.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji.
You're welcome. Okay, so I guess we can stop here. All have a wonderful day. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Srila.